So right here we have a total of 4 Aerospeed box fans. Each one of these is slightly different. All of these I've gotten over the summer out of the trash, I believe indirectly, at least the white ones are. The black one in the box, I just picked that up yesterday from Family Dollar for $23. And I'll get into that later, but we'll go through each of these. From left going to right. The one on the left, I don't really know too much about this. I cleaned this one up back in December, I believe. And it cleaned up really, really well. I don't remember its original condition because I had so many of this. I think it's the only fan out of the white ones that is all original and has all original parts. The one in the middle, this one was in the worst condition. This one was really, really greasy. The whole bottom of the case had mouse pee in it. So I junked the case on it. I had another case sitting in the garage. So I put the case on here. Let me check to see if it's this one. I believe it was. One of the back motor braces on this fan came off. Like the weld broke when I was in the process of reassembling it after cleaning the motor up, and for some reason, I don't really know why, it's the first time I've ever seen that happen before in a modern fan. It's probably pretty often, judging by how cheap these are, but I ran a self-tapper through there, it fixed it right up, it'll be good for resell. It needed a new cord. Actually, that one and the one to the right of it also needed a new cord. But the original cord for this one, it was just cut off by the plug originally. I think someone cut it off there thinking that the thermal fuse in the plug was bad. The motor in it was actually locked, so put oil in there. Motor runs free now. The one to the right of that, to the left of the one in the box, that one had the motor I thought was locked. I took it apart. I think I broke something in the windings because then it had an open winding and it didn't work. So took the whole entire fan back apart again. I had a spare motor from another one, put in a different motor in there. So the motor in it runs now, and in the process I just kept the original cord, so wired that on. And then this one ran very, very slow. So I changed the capacitor out on it with the capacitor from the other motor, and it continued to run slow. So I honestly thought that this one had a capacitor problem, but it wasn't. This Aerospeed 2, this is an older version. It has this style of back grill on it. Actually, this was the one that had the cord cut partial way. It was this one had the motor replaced in it. One of them did. This one had to get a new capacitor. I knew one of them had issues where it was slow and I had to put a new capacitor in there. So there's that. This one right here, I bought this one yesterday at Family Dollar. My goal with this one was to give it to my friend who lives in Florida, who's a fan collector. I wanted to buy him one of these Aerospeeds because he saw one at a Goodwill that was overpriced. I forced him not to get it, saying that I was going to get him one eventually. And I thought my goal was just going to buy the fan and then ship it to Florida from Ohio. But an issue arose, and that issue was called shipping costs. At this point, I went online, and just so happens there happened to be a black Living Solutions version of that with like the Nantucket Breeze grill on Macari for $25 with free shipping. That was in Florida. So I went ahead, I purchased that instead. This one I'm going to most likely resell, like what I do with all of these. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and run each of these fans all together. I'm not going to independently make a video of them. The black one, there will be another video of this one again, where I'll put it up against the one I bought a few years ago. Exactly like it, because this one here, it's a lot worse quality than the one I got originally. And even the ones I got last year. I tended to buy a lot of these Cool Masters to resell to people and make about $5 profit off of them, which actually worked a bit better than I thought. But we'll go ahead, we'll fire up all of these. This one here, the blade is just absolutely horrible out of the box. It's the balancing. Not going to mess with it until after the next video of it, and I'm going to throw some paper clips or hot glue on there to balance it out, but it's severely out of clock from the factory. I think this one here is the same way. We'll do low speed on all of these. And you can just see how slow the one with the replacement capacitor is. I don't really know why it runs like that, but it just does. It seems like the black one's actually not shaking nearly as bad as it was. So the one with the replacement capacitor, that one's blade also appears to be out of clock a little bit. Medium. Black one's starting to shake pretty bad. These two here actually run really smooth. These two seem like they're in like almost perfect balance. These Aerospeeds aren't that bad. I know a lot of people, they don't really like these for being modern fans, but I prefer these to the Free 7 Free Frees. They're a lot more durable. They tend to last a lot longer. They don't move as much air as the Free 7 Free Free, but I still prefer these. The cat's kind of confused. And then we'll go up to high speed. We'll do a spin down after this, and depending on how much time we have, which I don't think is enough, I will do independent tests, which will probably not happen. The white ones, I guess I'll do. And you can see the black one is shaking so bad now that it's starting to get out of line. I'm going to unplug all of these and do a mass spin down. You can just see which one spins down the first. That one, the one with the bad capacitor, the minty one, and then the new one, the black one, which I was actually surprised. I was expecting the black and the muted one to spin down first because it only has about an hour on it in runtime. I got it out of the box yesterday and then used it to circulate some air and use it to circulate air conditioning upstairs for like an hour, and then I just stopped using it. I was going to use it yesterday night while I slept, but I was using my little homes again. So, I'll take this off. We'll go have a closer look at some of these. The capacitor was a different mounting type, so it's mounted kind of like this on this fan. Zip ties. You can see there's the replacement cord. These two, I cleaned the grills in the dishwasher. It's the first time I actually tried doing that. Shout out to David. Can't remember your last name, but you know who you are. You told me to do that, so I did, and it came out really well. This one's grill's a bit knackered here, the bottom side, and then right over there. This one also had its cord replaced. This one here, I didn't have to do anything to, just clean. This one was almost brand new. There's some paint splatters in there. I have no idea why the switch wires are ran like that, but they are. A lot of these, they don't really set flat. Don't have feet for any of these except that one here in the box there. This is an older one with that style of back. That one is chipped on the back grill. That one also is. The grills on these, they always get chipped for some reason. I don't know how the grills on these seem to be very durable, but yeah. If anyone wants to see videos of any of these, let me know. They're just Aerospeeds. I don't really think they're worth a video, but just wanted to show all of these off here. Just a mass fan video. I got a special video coming up with this fan, using that one, and I also have my 3723 running in the other room, which has not had a video done of it yet, and there will be a video of that fan hopefully later tonight. So, thank you very much for watching, and keep the breeze.